What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and welcome to another episode of Underdoggin. This is Underdoggin Volume 2. Next time I went into this tournament, we're now hitting up February 1st. I've got to say thank you all so much for all the wonderful birthday wishes yesterday. It kind of made my day, guys, through all the support and all the happy wishes, so on and so forth. Figured we got to get some work done today, so there should be probably an episode of my Road to Glory maybe going up today, if not tomorrow. But Underdoggin here, Scannell, absolutely amazing player from Palace, gets free and nice little dink over the goal, and that's actually how the first game is going to end, 1-0. And he was pretty good. Actually, I tried to do a little bit too much at times, trying to get a nice skill goal. And I will say, guys, for goals that are coming up here, some of them are going to be a little bit longer, showing build-up, showing some team aspects of FIFA. As you guys can see there, I kind of show the details at the end. I don't usually tend to do that, but it was one of those where I really should have scored more. Obviously, you can see those long shots, trying to make the best of the informed Powell, who is a brilliant player, though I don't think I scored with him at all in this episode of Underdogging. But I've got to say also, guys, the support on the first volume or episode of this was absolutely incredible. I think I hit 1,000 likes in 24 hours, and to see that kind of continued support from you guys is absolutely immense. It just feels great to have what you're doing be appreciated, but thank you enough. The continued support is always absolutely amazing. Taylor breaking down the lit wing there, and this guy was so worried that I was going to finesse shot it with Zaha's left foot, and he probably wasn't too familiar with bronze players. And it's always good to know what footage your player is, and because if I'd been playing against that guy and I'd seen that he'd had Zaha there, I wouldn't have been too worried about the left-footed shot. But he bit for the finesse, cut it right back, and right across goal. And then Ambrose, showing why I think he's got one of the best long shots in the game. That's a goofy long shot. Like, this thing bounces 5-10 yards in front of the keeper, and still manages to get into the back of the net for a wonderful, wonderful long shot. Love scoring those goals with him. But guys, as I mentioned in the first episode, the triple tapped cross, one of the most underutilized and effective tools in FIFA. Taylor triple tap right back to Scannell for a nice little golazo. I think we've got a little deja vu coming up here as some fine work from Taylor and Powell. Powell sends Taylor in, and he's going to break all the way to the end line, triple tap that back across, and it's a brilliant goal again. Well, not brilliant. Some people might call it sweaty for a little bit of a cutback, but it's a cross. It's a triple tap. I'm not using A. I do have one sweaty goal coming up here in the final. Well, I guess that's a bit of a ruiner there, but I do make it to the finals, and the guy I was playing against tried sweating me one too many times, and second chance that I got to sweat him, the first time I tried to Rabona chip his goalkeeper, but the second chance I just went ahead and sweated him. It had to happen. He had to learn his lesson, and he was not too happy at the end, so stay tuned for the message. But Buttered Spliff, he was actually probably the best guy that I played in this tournament, and he had a brilliant Brazilian side. He was never trying to rush the ball up the field. He used the left bumper which is the left paddle on my controller, but he used the left bumper to keep the tight control, kind of spin around in circle. But some teamwork here. Love goals like this, just beating the defense with movement and quick little passing. But it's Scannell again, and Scannell and Ambrose are going to be. They scored so many of my goals in this volume of Underdogging. But he gets a little bit free right here. I thought I tackled him, was pretty happy about it, and penalty. That was such a bummer because this game was back and forth. And as you guys know, usually when I feel like I get that one goal lead, maybe 2 goals, I'm pretty confident at that point that I'm going to be able to hold on for the win. Didn't allow 1 goal the entire time last time. I think this is the first one that we allow in this one, but that's okay. Everybody gets scored on, but Powell, some nice work to get Ambrose free again in the 85th minute. He crushes another shot from outside the 18-yard box to put us ahead 2-1, and I think that's actually we got one more goal here. But Carriel breaking down the line, another little triple tap, and it just causes problems because most people cannot react to the triple tap cross fast enough to do anything about it. You got to be tapping B defensively. You got to be tapping B as soon as you see that guy starting to wind up for the cross. It's the only way you're going to clear that out. And a little deflection there, but Scannell pounces on the loose ball. So we're into the finals here. Hoping to win, I guess, only our 12th trophy. Apparently, I've been playing a lot of single matches this year in FIFA Ultimate Team, trying to get those clips for those wonderful, wonderful YouTube videos. But we get finally matched up with Urban Licka, which I actually thought that was kind of an awesome gamer tag. But Guan Win, I guess, is his team name, and he's got a semi-okay Brazilian squad. Like, to be fair, they not really in the right formations. Everybody was in the right position, which is great. But his chemistry was still 92, which is solid. But he's got, I guess, the advantage in gold players. But get fouled right there from Zaha. Just kind of got, it was one of those lucky FIFA fouls. I cut back. He was in my way. And like I mentioned before, someone said Powell's got a really high curve rating as a hidden stat, but I absolutely love Ambrose's free kicks, and again, just buries it nice and easy. And I bet you he has I'm not sure what traits he has. Somebody leave that in the comments. I'm sure someone will know. I wouldn't doubt with his long run up that he's got driven free kick. But Eder Luis breaking down the line, and Wellington is just pure fast and strong, and he held off my guys long enough and slipped it past my on-rushing keeper in the 39th minute to make it 1-0. Here in the 65th, 65th starting. It'll end in the 66th or 67th, but a lot of work right there with Zaha. I'm waiting to see if he'll commit. As you guys can see, he's jockeying, waiting to see where I go before he commits. But I'm working the ball around his 18, trying to get free here, and eventually little 1-2 work from Carriel and Zaha, and Carriel finishes it nicely to the far post side netting to give us the lead in the 67th minute, and he really hadn't been doing too much attacking-wise on me, so I knew that if I got that one, it was good to go. This is the tramp goal that I was talking about here. He tried it one too many times on me, and I just figured we'll play it across, we'll win that final, secure that trophy in the 76th minute. We've got our 2-goal lead, and at this point, I'm thinking it's over. The last goal here, Taylor breaking down the line, sort of chops inside, lays it off to Zaha, gets really actually pretty lucky to keep the ball right there, plays in Scannell, well not in, but plays back to Zaha to Scannell, and he is most definitely not going to miss that goal, and that seals the deal. 86th minute, win in the cup, talk dirty to me. That is good stuff. Again, we're 2 for 2 now in terms of winning the trophies with the underdogs, or with the Underdoggin teams in the Underdoggin episodes. So guys, if you enjoy this type of thing, please, again, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what's going on. I do appreciate your support. This guy did not hit A, so I knew he was sending me a message. And he does indeed respond with bullshit. And I said, why? And I think he says that, it's ridiculous that all my 60s played like Ronaldo, but that's just a compliment. And I tell him that this guy turns out to be a nice guy. I ended up chatting him up a little bit via messaging after this. So please don't send him any messages. He seemed fairly new to Ultimate Team. He asked about chemistry and stuff, but pretty decent player for not knowing too much about that. But anyways, guys, like I said, if you do enjoy this, I appreciate the support and the ratings one way or another. Thanks again for all the wonderful birthday wishes. I think I'll be live streaming this Saturday again, so stay tuned for that. And otherwise, I will catch you all next time.